strong in this game as the Zoe for BDD.
Blind pick.
All right, that's a BDD special. I'm very intrigued as to what Showmaker wants to play into it. Does kind of change what this draft looks like. And let's see what Perfect wants to do to augment it.
I still like the Renekton most here, but yeah, it looks like that's what he's going to go for. There was a world where they could have played, you know, double scaling AD carry with Tristana, but it's too volatile. Is he going to play Syndra? You know, I feel you could play Syndra here in this draft. Works well with everything else you have. It is Showmaker. It's not very meta, but...
Yeah. Also gets bubbled easily. So maybe something with more mobility could be the option, but I don't know. Maybe he just sends it.
I don't want to predict because it's a CV Max moment right here. He and Showmaker are having a bit of a chat about it.
It's like, can I Kassadin? Can I... Guys, that's LeBlanc. Okay. So we've got BDD Zoe versus Showmaker's LeBlanc in match point for D+. Zombie movie?
Yes!
Yes, that's what you want to be. And somehow the power is still on.
And eventually you have to end the Pogsted episode. You're like, Wolf, please stop talking. We're going home.
Oh, they're my favorite episodes. When I have to stop you from talking instead of being the one to always be talking too much.
Perfect.
She was going in. Perfect. Great flash, but he is still in a very uncomfortable position. Let's see whether the Crocodile can get out of the way of this one as he tries to turn it around. Does manage to slice and dice through, but now has no mobility, no flash, no chance. First blood over to D+.
Ah, such a great early lead as the crowd says, shoo!
Oh, it's shoo 3-0 hinged Pog stage.
To be a counter pick, right? The Gnar into the Renekton, but now when you're behind, it just feels so rough. At least Cuz is going to come try to help out.
Yeah, flash out from Xiu. He's going to try and create some distance, but he won't have the hop available. That is still going to take a while. So Cuz gets underneath the turret, and Xiu is going to be taken down. Great answer here from KT, as finally, as I was saying it. Oh God, I'm just going to try to not say anything at all. It's okay, Xiu. Well, I can't do that. It's my job to say stuff. Now Lucid is going to come in and look for Perfect. Just the edge of the Gnar is gorgeous. As the wallop comes down, Perfect though with the Dominus.
Okay, we're going to have that timing here in this bottom lane. Emperor so close to 6.
Yeah, Aiming going to press that R button, looking for the damage here towards Smash, who throws down the barrier. He's able to mop up the minions, but isn't able to get a lot of damage down with the culling onto the bottom lane.
Wild growth combo.
Looking for a dive. There it is, onto the Lucian. Get the wild growth as well, as he's not quite able to get the polymorph before the Relentless Pursuit came out, but that doesn't matter. Cuz locks them both down, and Aiming collects kill credit for one of them.
And
KT finally with a lead!
Yeah.
As Perfect going to get ulted once again here by Xiu, thrown houses once again, and is hitting a lot of them. Manages to get the cannon as well as the Renekton. Looking gorgeous on that front as there's the Impale. It collects Cuz! Oh no, he's going to press the Paranoia button though. His career just flashes out of the way and takes down the Nocturne. Culling doesn't do much of anything at all though, as now Smash able to get a lot of damage with that Light Slinger. BDD moving down towards the bottom lane though is going to provide a lot of space for Showmaker to get damage onto this turret.
He just gets caught and still commits right to trying to kill a career.
Oh, perfect. Immediately just flashing on top of Xiu. Needs a whole lot more Gnar if he wants to have a good time, but now he's going to get kited out. And the Gnar was just a little bit too frightening. But right now, Showmaker is keeping him locked in lane. Now Paranoia comes down yet again. There's a great wild growth combo one more time, but there is the Impale onto 2. Aiming able to get out of the way of it though, and now doing so much damage. Smash already taken out. Korea in so much trouble, and Aiming is just free hitting over and over. Flash out for Lucid is going to keep him alive.
Aiming is insane!
Yeah, KT, man, finally performing in this series.
That he was in, so D+ doing a great job of getting this Lucian into a good spot.
Oh dear. Showmaker is just going to blow up Aiming. Well, the chains are not going to quite connect, but Aiming does still have to get out of there. And now this should be DK with control over anything. Oh no, Aiming. He will get himself out of there. It was Lucid that had the choice words for Aiming as well before this series. Bubble doesn't quite land, and now Cuz with the paranoia down. Aiming turns it with the ulti, and it's BDD that locks down the kill. Lucid is going to immediately get punished, and Showmaker has to flash to get out of the way of Cuz. But KT still want to make this happen towards his top side. There is no minion wave as Aiming is going to get turned on here by Showmaker and just dies for his trouble. Aiming now 3-0-2, and he doesn't want out of this series yet. Side. They might be able to change that though, as the Rift Herald is now going to get marched into this outer turret in mid. BDD looking for a bit of an angle here with the Paddle Star as this siege from the Zoe is so scary. Lucid did not want to take a nap there, but had to do it. And there is the outer turret falling. KT able to pull back even further into the lead, and these bubbles just keep landing. Korea obviously can self-cleanse, but
and even if he goes deep inside, so Nocturne can shut him down and punish.
That's the point. Yeah, okay, Cuz could be in a little bit of trouble, down to 50% health, as there's the culling. He's against a wall, and Effort has to block it for him. Still, that is a lot of damage done by DK.
I think KT are also aware there's no chance they could be doing this as solo attempt?
Yeah, just going in. As the chains are going to land, and Cuz, I mean, sometimes you just want to hit at a LeBlanc. And Bubble is going to connect here onto Lucid as well. Circle is down, but he should be able to drive his way out, and is able to do so.
The Dragon here is D+, so I think they will have to 5v5. Eventually they will have to come face-to-face with this Bloodthirster Yunara.
I kind of like the tech, as Showmaker is looking for a bit of an angle here towards Cuz. They do find the chains, and he does get McHale's, so that is going to keep him safe still.
On here, if they are going to fight, he is heading over.
Yeah. Wandering down as best he can. As you say, though, no teleport to get himself over there, as Shiu has a Nabar in a great position. And Cuz, Spell Shield now on cooldown, the flash in, the Gnar onto 3! As he looks for Aiming, the Polymorph is fantastic though, as the Paranoia comes on through, and Aiming is now safe! Showmaker now trying to get out of the way of Cuz, who paranoid on top of him yet again, and Aiming is going to follow as Lucid misses the Impale and has to flash away! Smash having to get out of the way of Perfect as well, who keeps himself alive! Lucid not going to be so lucky as Aiming on an absolute rampage, flashing forward and wants to find the target. BDD gets in there, and Smash is so close to dead, and it's Showmaker that falls instead. Still DK are not going to be threatening this one, and KT can get whatever they would like. I mean, it's 5,000 gold, it's not 10,000, so I guess that is, I mean, you can always say that it's, oh, it's not, it is 10,000, it's not 20,000, but it's still not over, as that Impale certainly not going to land, as Lucid taking a lot of damage. Another bubble is going to connect. Man, BDD Zoe is just so good, as Aiming going to get culled. The fire kick is decent. Effort is there to save him, but that is a lot of cooldowns now used. Still, Showmaker now on the prowl, looking for an angle here as Lucid gets the Gromp, but doesn't get much more than that. And now Cuz makes things very, very dark. The wallop over there from this Gnar is pretty big, and no one's dead just yet. But Showmaker takes a bit of a sleep, does manage to distort over the wall though, as Aiming still at full health and will be even fuller as this fight goes on with that Bloodthirster.
That sleep was insane, didn't matter, but crazy angle he found.
There were a lot of really cool moments in that, and none of them really, oh my god, Aiming just does so much damage.
I mean, also, you know, Aiming had to use his barrier there, got all the shields from Effort, but you see he's just back up at full health again. Showmaker wants to find this
they may have overstayed their welcome, but that chain was not really going to connect as Lucid pulls Cuz over. Doesn't find the wall though, and there is Showmaker making his way in once again. That health bar is so low, but Shiu is on an angle as well. He's got Flash coming up so incredibly soon. Perfect gets into that backline though. Smash able to dodge out of the way, and KT's health bars are so extraordinarily low. The chains connect onto Cuz, who does get snared, but not killed just yet as the hop gets Shiu out of there. Aiming is able to pick up the kill though. Oh my god, KT are just playing on a knife's edge right now, and you don't even need to. Perfect goes down, Smash at full health. He takes out Effort as well. Showmaker is dead, and the hop over from Shiwi flashes on top of Aiming. Paranoia is up once again. It's a triple for Smash. Could it be the Quadra? And there it almost is, as Shiu steals it away, and DK may have found their way back into this game. 2-0-5 for this Zoe. Rabadon's death cap in hand as well, but after that fight, Smash is now massive. Molder Reminder completed, as well as those first 3 items. As DK, they might actually have some fight in them for this soul point on the KT side. Still so many cards in the hands of KT at this moment, as Lucid tanking up a lot of damage, but Shiu charging that Naba on this Gromp. Can DK find themselves a team fight? That is the question.
Shiu's angle is really good.
Yeah, but KT have spotted him out. There is the paranoia. They're looking for the angle, and that is going to be the steal. Hextech Soul comes in for KT. And now Lucid taking so much damage. The Impale picks up two. The Nara to the wall, and it's the Lulu that goes down. They take out Aiming. And DK, they didn't find the Drake, but they found the fight. Lucid still in trouble, though, and BDD is still very scary. He's perfect. Gets in there, and they both die. The Umbral Blades from Cuz locks them down. And there is only Shiu left alive. And KT, they get the Drake, and as it turns out, win the fight.
They still have a Hextech Soul. They have Baron. They should be in a position to win this game.
Oh, Wolf. Elder flip territory.
He cannot stop this TP, but yeah, I mean, that's...
Attrition? That's the one that I was looking for.
Yeah.
It's going to be one here by KT.
That's the second inhibitor and the most important one for Elder, but maybe they can get 3 as they look for Shiu here a little bit.
Oh, Aiming versus Smash here, and actually Aiming is going to get the bung end of it. My God, Smash so aggressive, but the Hextech Soul going to slow him down, and now Perfect is actually just going to be going down, so DK, they do get a kill.
Take a miracle still for D+, but the fact that we get to have a conversation about the miracle is in part based on Smash here, the flash forward, and Aiming doesn't flash in response. And then they turn on the Renekton.
Man, Smash, enough time.
It's so hard to punish KT because they have the Hextech Soul, so they just kind of kite.
Oh, the bubble from BDD! Flash from Showmaker, but they weren't even looking for him. They are just going to go straight back towards this Elder.
And KT can do this Elder because they have a full build Yunara, and if D+ show up, they just back away and let the super minions do the job.
Yep, there's the Paranoia Smash. He's got a GA, but he might have to use it very, very quickly in this one. Double GA's now employed, but down goes the Skana, and the Yunara is now going ballistic. That's a triple, make it a quadra, and Perfect should be able to hold Shiu in position to get a pentakill for Aiming, and that is how KT are going to get back into this series, ladies and gentlemen. DK were punching that ticket. Aiming says absolutely not.
That pentakill by Gillette here for Aiming to end the game, I think, is a statement from KT in this one. Aiming was the main character in this draft, was set up for success.